If there's one thing I've learned as a teacher, is that negative numbers, when we add, subtract, multiply, and divide, can be very tricky. So to make especially our adding and subtracting easier for us to understand in our brain, I like us to use a vertical number line. So that way we realize as we add, we go up to bigger positive numbers, we subtract, we go down into bigger negative numbers, and I think this helps us in our brain. So I'm going to use the vertical number line to really help us, and I encourage you to use your vertical number line that's by every single desk in the room. So over here, 5 minus 8, we're starting at 5, so I'm just going to go roughly plot that at 5. And then that means I'm going to go down 8. So I know that it's going to take me to go 5 to 0, and then 3 more into negative land, which means that I'm going to end up at negative 3 here. I know it's going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way down to that negative 3. Negative 3 plus 7. The first number is where we're starting on the number line. So we're starting at negative 3, and then we're going up 7. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it looks like that ended up at positive 4. The other way I like to think of it, from negative 3 to 0 travels 3. You have to get 4 more to get that true up 7. Sometimes we're going to be adding or subtracting multiple numbers, and just like with our PEMDAS, we're going to go left to right. So we're going to do negative 1 plus 6 to start, which means at a vertical number line, we start at negative 1. Then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it looks like I made 5 little tick marks, so I'm up there at 5 minus 4. And then I was up here at 5, so now I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and I end up at 1. Until you really get the hang of it in your brain, use this vertical number line to really make sense of your positive and negatives. One more subtraction. We're going to subtract or add left to right, so we'll do negative 8 minus 2. So here I'm going to start at negative 8, and I'm going to go down 1, 2 more. Whenever I go down in negative land, the numbers get bigger. So that ends up at negative 10 there. And now at that negative 10, I'm going to go up 3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 1 past to end at that negative 7. Use that vertical number line to help organize your thinking, and eventually you'll start seeing this in your brain the more and more you practice with that vertical number. Multiplying and dividing with negatives play by the same exact rules. And the thing that you need to remember is if one number is negative, the answer is negative. So over here, positive 4 times positive 2 is just good old positive 8. Over here, before I even do any thinking, I see I'm multiplying. If one number is negative, your answer is negative. Then 3 times 5 is 15. So the answer is negative 15. Down here, if both are negative, a negative times a negative does knock out to a positive. If you think about it, those two negative signs kind of come together to make a plus sign, and you end up having positive 12 here. But if one number is negative, your answer must be negative when you multiply. So positive times positive is a positive answer, a negative times negative is a negative answer. But if one number is negative, the answer has to be negative. Same with division. 10 divided by negative 2, if one number is negative, your answer is negative. 15 divided by negative 3, if one number is negative, your answer is negative. But a negative divided by a negative, just like a negative times a negative, you get a positive answer. So negative 20 divided by negative 2 is a positive 10. And of course, a good old positive over a positive will remain a positive there. If one number is negative when you multiply or divide, your answer must be negative.